Question: derision, sneer. Do you know the meaning of derision and sneer? Alright, let us try to eliminate the choices and then come to the right answer. Whenever a question is given analogies, try to give the definition of the question pair, also called as stem pair. After giving the definition, substitute the same sentence in each of the choices. So whichever choice has got the identical definition as that of the question pair will automatically become the best answer for us. Right. So here, to sneer is to show derision. Sneer means to ridicule, to treat somebody without any respect. Similarly, derision, look at the word. The word de means down. Think of some words being D. And then root word ris or rid stand for laugh. What is laughing down at somebody? Words ending with ION, they are noun forms, the process or the phenomenon. So to sneer is to show one's derision, or the function of derision is to sneer. Either way you can make the sentence. Belch. Belch means the sound made when you have a heavy food. So to belch is to show contention? Definitely not, because it is not content, it's not satisfaction, but this is something like contention means argument. So it's not the answer. To swagger, you know the meaning of swagger. Don't know means no problem. We'll come back. Keep it possible answer. To toggle is to have equilibrium or to show equilibrium. Definitely not. Because you know the toggle mechanism, particularly we use this in machine design and also in instrumentation engineering, where a piece is to tie in a loop or with a rope. So something which is used to fasten or to tighten. So definitely not the answer, ruled out. To flounder is to show knowledge. No, flounder is something like when you find yourself in an uncomfortable position or to discomfort. So discomfort and knowledge have no relation, not the answer. The best answer here is swagger and arrogance. To swagger is to walk proudly, so to show arrogance. Similarly, to sneer is to show disrespect or to show derision. Best answer here is B. B is the best option. This is a question on sentence completion. In the late 1880s, after several highly publicized hangings that were bungled, support for the death penalty had begun to dash. Understand one thing, a question correctly read is almost answered. Right. So therefore, read the question very carefully. The topic is highly negative in nature. Talking about what? Several highly publicized hanging. So, what happened to this hanging publicity? That dash bungled. Bungled means what? Handling very ineptly, inefficiently. So, it failed. Before failing, can there be a positive word? So, historically is a neutral word. This cannot happen. We are looking for one adverb which is negatively charged. Because the word is bungled, failed. So the word must be something similar to miserably, pathetically, sadly, something like that. So historically it doesn't convey that message, so this can't be the answer. Unstintingly, the prefix un might tell you that it could be somewhat negative, so keep it. Fascinatingly, where is the question of fascination when the death penalty is going on? And even if you do not know the meaning of the word surge, C can't be the answer. Right? So the answer must be between B and D. Gruesomely. Look at the word gruesome. So something which is miserably, pathetically. And what about the word vain? Don't know the meaning. Vain is no waning and waxing of the moon. When the moon size is increasing, something like this. So this is waxing, increasing of the size, and reverse is waning. So the moon phase, when it is increasing, we call it as waxing, and when it is decreasing, we say this is waning. Right? So wane means what? To fade. Therefore, D is the best option. Then why not B? Fade. Fade also has got a similar meaning as wane, but the problem is with unstintingly. You know, stint. A brief stint means what? A brief stay or a short journey, short stay. So brief period. So unstintingly is unconditionally or unlimitedly. That has nothing to do with being bungling, therefore failing. Therefore the best answer here is D. D is the best option. Surge means what? The root sur means what? Increase or higher. That's why surpass, excess. And then so surrealism, which is above. So sur means always above or higher. The best answer here is surge means increase. Best answer here is D.
Listen question. A gasp is a deep, near maximal inspiration through an open mouth, followed by breathing out, which, unlike that of cough and sneeze, is not particularly forcible and is through an open larynx and mouth. Whenever a sentence correction question is given, what you need to do is first check which kind of question is it and whether the rules of grammar are followed or not. Here, the underlined portion unlike clearly shows that this unlike, the word clearly shows that it is a question on comparison. Whenever comparison is given, check whether it is compared to a category which is comparable or not. So here, cough and sneeze compared to what? A gasp. That's one thing you have to check. And second thing is idiomatic expression. Here, whenever the word not is given, you must also check for whether but is followed or not. So these are the two testing parameters the examiner has thrown at you. Now check, tell me what is the answer? The answer is obviously C. Right? In A, it is not there because and is given, which is incorrect. And B, again not. C is right because unlike correctly followed and then not is correctly followed. So the best answer we go with is C. Okay.
Look at the word taciturn. You know the meaning of taciturn? Don't know? No problem. Go to the choices. Sententious. What does it mean? Right. Whenever do not know the meaning of a word, what you should do? Go by the reverse method. Like word ending with OUS. Adjective, nature of. Nature of what? Again, look at this. Sentience, sentiment. Is not? You're on the track. So, something related to sentiment. Sentiment will have opposite. Just think for a while. No. Rule out. Loquacious. There is a root. Yeah. OUS. Nature of what? Lok. You know the root word lok. In Hindi or Telugu, you know what is lok means what? The word. Lok. Log. Alright. What is log? At least you should know this word of this. Log. Hindi people. What do people do? They talk. Right? Okay. Then LOC. All these words they are taken from Indian or context. So that means to talk or word. Right? Don't forget the words. So loquacious, the nature of talking. So talkative nature is called as loquacious. But taciturn, is it opposite to it? Maybe possible answer. Right? Keep it. Uncivilized. Look at the prefix un. Un means what? Not. So not civilized, opposite should be civilized. But taciturn, does it sound so? May not be the answer. Straightforward. Straightforward opposite, something like twisting. But here there is no clue to say, you know the root word tart. Tart is twisted. But this is not like that. Therefore, the best answer, taciturn is the one who talks very little or a reserved person. Look at the word, how beautifully framed. Talk. Talk, I turn. See how beautiful the word is found. So taciturn is the person, the moment you mention talk, he turns away. So talk means I turn. He's a taciturn, who is disinclined to talk, a reserved person. So opposite is loquacious. So the best answer here is B. Is it clear?